Money is an illusion built entirely on collective faith. No artist exposed this truth more brilliantly than J.S.G. Boggs, an American conceptualist who spent his career spending hand-drawn currency. Boggs did not counterfeit money. He created art that functioned as money, forcing society to question what actually gives a green piece of paper its power. Born James Stephen George Boggs, the artist stumbled upon his life's work in 1984. While sitting in a London diner, he began doodling a £1 note on a napkin. The waitress admired it. Boggs offered the drawing to pay for his coffee, and she accepted it and even gave him change. This simple interaction sparked a lifelong obsession with the nature of transaction. Boggs realized that value is not inherent in government-backed paper. Instead, the value is born out of agreement, utility, and mutual trust between two people. Boggs established a strict, unyielding protocol for his transactions. He drew Boggs bills by hand using ink, colored pencils, and watercolors. They looked convincingly like real currency from a distance, but were clearly art up close. He only drew on one side, left a reverse blank, and signed his name. He altered crucial details, swapping institutional portraits for images of friends or changing official text to phrases like United States of Boggs. He never directly sold his drawings for cash. Instead, he insisted on spending them at their face value. A hand-drawn $100 bill was used to pay for a $100 dinner or a hotel room. Boggs required merchants to treat his art exactly like cash, demanding real receipt copies and actual government currency back as change. This process turned art collectors into detectives. Boggs would sell his transaction receipts and change to collectors for thousands of dollars. To get the actual artwork, the collector had to use the receipt to track down the original merchant, and then he had to convince that merchant to sell his hand-drawn bill, turning the act of collecting into an extension of the performance. Unsurprisingly, governments were not amused, and they were in fact terrified of his work. The Bank of England prosecuted him for counterfeiting in 1986, though a jury swiftly acquitted him. In 1992, the U.S. Secret Service raided his home, confiscating thousands of items. They never officially charged him, but they refused to return his art. Boggs found himself back in court, arguing his work was protected by free speech, though he never recovered his stolen pieces. Boggs passed away in 2017, but his philosophy remained profoundly prophetic. Long before the rise of Bitcoin, decentralized finance, or non-fungible tokens, NFTs, Boggs proved that anything could serve as currency if a community agreed to honor it. He unmasked money as a shared fiction, leaving behind a body of work that was simultaneously a federal crime, a financial asset, and a masterpiece. Hey, before you start working on that drawing of a $200 bill, why don't you hit that subscribe button? I'd sure appreciate it. A thumbs up wouldn't hurt either. And most of all, take care of yourself, take care of others, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.